Wow, what class these guys have.
You're telling me.
I always hated guys like those as a kid. Heck, I still do today.
Who doesn't? I mean, only a jerk would just steal carved out pumpkin just to smash it.
Yeah, I had rotten luck with those guys. Always did for some reason. I remember, as I was a kid, I spent like a lot of time on my pumpkin. Not just like 10 minutes. No, I had to go big. I'd always try to do these really complicated designs, but I was still proud of them. But then, every year, without fail, some random guys always took my pumpkins, and I'd find them smashed in the morning.
Is that why you always did those really basic jack-o'-lanterns with the triangle eyes and happy mouth?
Yep, I figured it wasn't worth all the effort if they were just gonna get smashed every year.
You know, they still don't know we're here. We can always get the drop on them. Give them something to really be worked up about.
No, we don't have to go that far. Just wait till someone calls the cops on them or something because of noise complaints. I swear, those guys could wake the dead.
Yeah, yeesh. Should you be any louder? Don't think everybody knows you're here yet, guys.
Actually, this does remind me of something. A neat little tale about a police station and an odd 911 call. I am a ranking officer on a police department in Missouri. If I told you which city, I could lose my job because of the sensitivity of what I am about to reveal. When I was assigned to the detective unit, I investigated a double homicide which took place on Christmas Eve. A man had found his estranged wife out, driving around with her boyfriend. When they pulled into a parking lot, he did too, and killed them both with a shotgun. Okay, I hope I'm not providing too many details here, but this is essential to understand the horrifying events that occur in the 911 dispatch every Christmas Eve. At 7:06 p.m., every December 24th, 3 senior commanders, including myself, a representative of the phone company, and 1 trusted dispatcher occupy the 911 center, and everyone else is ordered out. And then the phone rings. Recorders activated, tracers trace, and voice recognition technology displays graphs. And, as has happened every anniversary since the shooting, more than 10 years now. And the following exchange takes place. 911, what is your emergency? Help me! I've been shot! Ma'am, what is your location? I'm in my car. I've been shot. I think I'm going to die. Please help me. Ma'am, I'll send you some help. You have to tell me where you are. I don't know. It's all dark. I can't see anything. Please, Please help me. Ma'am, what is your name? I'm going to get some help. And then the line is disconnected. The caller is gone. The first 2 years, officers were dispatched to try to find the shooting victim. After that second time, an investigator was launched to find the prank caller, because the shooting victim was never found. That is when it was discovered that the call did not register on the 911 system's caller ID record, even as unknown. It simply was as if the call was never received. The dispatcher might have gotten fired for making up a false report, except, fortunately for her, a recording had been made. Investigators figured the caller must be a family member of the woman who had been killed on December 24th, 2 years earlier. Maybe disgruntled that emergency responders had taken too long to arrive. In an effort to identify the caller, the tape of the call was played for the deceased woman's mother. The voice on the tape was immediately identified, not as a relative, but as that of the dead woman herself. Officers figured that they had accidentally gotten an original tape from the night of the actual shooting and told the mother so. When they found out that there was no such original call, they did not go back and tell the mother. It was all too weird. In the years since, more and more modern technology has been applied to track and identify the caller. All the technology of AT&T has been put to work, all in vain. And every year, a 911 dispatcher with trembling fingers and 3 police commanders who have seen everything terrible thing there is to see meet in secret to accept the incoming call from a dead woman. And when we leave that room, we all have goosebumps and we never discuss. And we all know that somewhere out there, in a dark place where she cannot see, a dead woman is crying for help. For the sake of the family, for our own credibility, we take great measures to keep it a secret. It's an official cover-up, but there is nothing that can be done except to tell you about it like this.
Now that was pretty interesting. Though, part of me isn't surprised. I mean, ghosts can be anywhere, so why not like that too?
Yeah, I know. But it's still sad. I mean, she's doomed to always cry, wanting someone, anyone to help her. The worst part is, if she's all alone, no one can really be there for her.
But you're not alone. We've got each other, and that's all we need.
Just you and me. That's all I really need.
As much as I love seeing all these guys ruin people's hard work, well, I need to be heading out. Not much else to see.
That's true. Besides, can't stand watching them. Makes me mad. Just watching them gets me mad.
Making you have flashbacks of the Great Pumpkin Massacre throughout all of your life, mourning over those lost pieces of carved out plants. Actually, reminds me of something I heard a while ago. A simple story about a picture, a boy, and tragedy wherever he went. In 1988, a mysterious explosion destroyed the home of the Amos family in Hillswall, England. When firemen shifted through the burnt-out shell of the house, they found a framed picture entitled The Crying Boy, which was a portrait of an angelic-looking boy with a sorrowful expression and a tear rolling down his cheek. But the picture was not even singed by the blaze. Not long afterwards, in Bradford, there was another blaze, and again a picture of the crying child was found intact among the smoldering ruins. The head of the Yorkshire Fire Brigade told the national newspapers that pictures of the weird crying boy were frequently found intact in the rubble of houses that had been mysteriously burnt to the ground. Journalists asked him if he had thought that the picture was evil and could somehow start the fires, but the fire chief refused to comment. The reports of the unlucky painting causing fires are still occasionally reported. There was a crying boy picture found at a gutted house in Dublin in 1998, but no one ever found out just who the child is in the supposedly cursed painting. One well-respected researcher into occult matters, a retired schoolmaster from Devon named George Malley, claimed that he had uncovered the truth in 1995. Mr. Mallory claimed that he had tracked down the artist behind the controversial portrait, an old Spanish postcard artist named Franco Savelli, who lives in Madrid. Savelli said the crying boy was a little street urchin he had found wandering around Madrid in 1969. He never spoke and had a very sorrowful look in his eyes. Savelli painted the boy, and the Catholic priest said the boy was Don Bologna, a child who had run away after seeing his parents die in a blaze. The priest told the artist to have nothing to do with the runaway, because whenever he settled, fires of unknown origins would mysteriously break out. The villagers called him Diablo because of this. Savelli ignored the superstitious priest and looked after the boy. The paintings of the little sad orphan named Savelli fairly rich, but one day his studio was mysteriously burned to the ground. Savelli was ruined, and he accused the little Don Bologna of arson. The boy ran off crying and was never seen again. Then from all over Europe came the reports of the unlucky crying boy paintings causing blazes. Savelli was also regarded as a jinx, and no one commissioned him to paint, or would even look at his paintings. In 1976, a car exploded into a fireball on the outskirts of Barcelona after crashing into a wall. The victim was charred beyond recognition, but part of the victim's driving license in the glove compartment was only partially burnt. The name on the license was one 19-year-old Don Bologna. Could this have been the same Don Bologna who had been the subject of the Crying Boy paintings 8 years earlier? We will probably never know, as no friends or relatives ever came after for the body.